Good morning, guys. Today's topic is about returning to the office. This is the topic I had last week, and I want to discuss it with you about the advantages, disadvantages, my own opinion, and how the future of work will look like. So, about me, I'm Max. I have around 8 years of experience, 5 years of which I was in the consulting industry, where I had to really be in the office at the client's premises and wearing a suit and a tie and like commuting each time to the office. And in the past 3 years of the career, so just before the pandemic, I moved to the home office, and it completely changed my life. So that's what I will be discussing in this video, so stay tuned. So it's morning today, early morning, 8:30 a.m. I'm at the Dubai Marina. So that is the Dubai Marina. Maybe you know it from some videos, or if you have already been here. Really nice place to be. And yeah, so let's kick in with the topic. So the advantages of working from home. And here I can talk directly from my experience. So throughout the past 3 years, I developed my own routine. So I really removed all the times that I had to spend on commuting around. I wake up, I go to the gym, I can directly then start working afterwards without having to spend like 1 hour in the car or in the train going to the office. And afterwards, after work or before, when I say at lunch, for example, I can go jogging. I can have my lunch when sitting in front of my laptop, and after work I can directly spend the time with my family, and yeah, so not losing any time around. So this is one of the biggest advantage, the routine that you develop when working from home. Also the human interaction. So here I would argument for the human interaction increases actually when you are from home. So what I did personally was enjoying bi-weekly meetings with each and every one of my work colleagues, and to be honest, that's where I met them really, so the real person they are, because they are sitting in their comfort zone at their houses, and you start talking about their family, and maybe you will get to see their kids. You'll be driving other type of conversation as you would be in the office, because in the office you are just stressed all the day, and it's not really getting to the point where the people are somehow opening up about their issues and so on. So these are the two main advantages that I see, and for me personally, this is the future of work, also to be working remotely. So no longer spending time on commuting, and the human interaction will be different. So you will be no longer having to sit 9 hours in an office in a closed room. You will be developing your social networks in your private life. So your friends, your family, that's your new social network, and that's what happened to me throughout the past 3 years. So the work colleagues are work colleagues, and the friends are friends, and not mixing them up. Now, if we start to talk economics, so imagine also the amount of money the corporates will be saving on their premises. So if they do not have the offices, this is really a huge amount, because the amount of real estate and the investment in the real estate that the corporates do to create these offices, it is really a huge amount which can be spent somewhere else. And that's my main argument also, that the future of the work is also outside of the office. I'm seeing this trend at multiple clients. So I am a consultant, and see that they are giving even incentives for the employees to go to work from home, even with pay cuts. And I'm pretty sure, if I look at the statistics outside, the employees would choose to work from home and have less salary instead of working from the office and having really the big chunk of salary, because they will not be missing out on their private life next to it if they work from home. So that's exactly where I'm coming from. So my opinion, and you'll be having with your family. So you will not be missing out on your kids growing up. For me right now, my wife is pregnant. I will be able to support her, to cook for her, to do everything that I would not be able to do if I'm sitting 8 hours in the office. Because just imagine how much time we spent in that closed rooms, yeah, called office before, and how much time we lost not having this quality time with the family. I think that's the new word. And now with the technology going up, so we have the metaverse, we'll have the Zooms and so on. All these technologies are helping us work distantly and more efficiently. And of course, if you think about it, the companies today are global, yeah. So it is no longer that normal if you have one company operating from only one premise, and that's the main advantage that we have. So it is actually impossible for companies to manage all their work just from their premises, because the amount of people that you have working in different locations is increasing, and that's the way it will be also in the future. And the idea that the knowledge is only in this closed location in the office is simply outdated, because the knowledge is really across the organization in different geographic areas. And if you need help from someone, it's more probable that you'll be able to find it virtually than in the office, from my perspective. That's all personal opinion. So the new generation of managers should be prepared to manage virtually. And this is my main point, and that's why, actually, to be honest with you, I decided to go for a distance learning MBA. So I'm learning next to my job and at the Warwick Business School. And the idea behind it, main idea, is to be able at one point to manage teams virtually, because that's the globalization and that's the way the future will be. So now let's have a look at it from a manager's perspective. The argument that was brought up was, the first one was that conversations in the office will be missed. So really good information that flows through the conversations that happen inside the office will not be captured by the person who is not in the office, which is to some extent correct. And the other one was about the bias that the people will develop about the person who is not in the office. And so the first point, if we look at the information flow, of course, if you are not in the room, you will miss the information. But if the communication is correct within the organization, especially in a world where we are now globalizing, so companies are becoming international and teams are really in different locations. So I do not quite understand the logic behind it, because it is no longer physically even possible to have all the meetings within the premises, and also building the connection should be adapted, and also managing teams virtually is the next level of management that should be achieved. And about the biasing, so this is very old school, I find it, because the people now work from home, and everyone is working from home. So the bias, I think, it is really shows the gossip nature of human beings. So if someone is not in the office, then we start gossiping about this person, yeah, because it's not in the office. We are not like looking at how like the work this person is giving back to the company, and how engaged they are with the company. We're just looking if they are physically here or not here. So really quite interesting ways of thinking. I'm just mentioning from my perspective, so from a millennial perspective, and reflecting back also on how I would do it in my own company. So if on one day I will start my own startup, this will be the way I will be trying to do it, to be maybe not to have even offices, to have everyone on their at their homes working and meeting for coffees, to establish this personal relationship instead of sitting together in a closed room and just watching each other and trying to control each other. So this is my perception of returning to the workplace. As you can see, I'm a little bit biased against it, so I am not that fan of it, because I lived in both worlds, where I had to go on customer meetings, and in the other world where I lived at home. So I mean, I worked from home, and also was going to the customer meetings, but at a very lower pace than before. So again, that's my point. More efficient and more work-life balance is are the main advantages that I'm seeing from working from home. And yeah, I think I cannot imagine my career again working from the office, which will decide also which way I will go forward in my career. Thanks guys for listening, thanks for watching. I'm really looking forward for your comments, for your advice to me, and maybe other perspectives. Maybe I'm missing something, but yeah, keep me posted. Let me know if you are looking forward to return to the workplace, if you like more working from home or working from the office. And yeah, looking forward to meet some new friends. Have a nice one. Bye bye.